Just busy. That's good though, man. Busy's good.
There's no daycare for
Oh, that's
a while, so there's a lot.
that totally sucks. Been there, done that when the daycare, and that's all. It screws your world. It's so funny how easily that can happen. Like trucking along and then pothole, and you're like, who paid you people for? You know?
And right, you're like that's all we have flexibility.
Yeah, thank goodness, right?
Thank goodness. Hey, also if something comes along. It's not the other half who has their steady 9 to 5 job.
Yep.
You know, it's
Been there and done that. That's you're thankful for that. You know.
yeah.
No. So what we're gonna do is we'll just do the voice test.
Then like, okay, like,
Okay.
no more warm up than that for the crowd.
Yeah, that's all. That's all I get.
You like, are you work a joke?
Oh, wow.
That's a warm up band, so that's great. That's your job.
She's got it.
No, I do it. Why? Because I'm supposed to do it.
Yeah.
I just with your time.
Thank you. I apologize.
But actually, totally different.
Like board members, like speak. Started that way. I do not like about that. Or something. But you know, some of these right.
Yeah. Because you, not so much from guests, but you're at, right?
Yeah.
So I'll know back. I wouldn't do that. I get told a lot of time.
I did not recognize it. There's a Wellington type.
And those things.
It's about. Nine, so yeah, that's on
I don't know quieter in July, like the phone's not ringing as much, there's not as many emails, but then you're planning for the new year, so.
Don't like being a teacher doesn't have a strong grade. I would. It's fall.
Yeah, that's my own thing. I'm from Texas and I. Maybe.
Yeah. Sure. Oh,
The reality is like, even for all three.
Yeah.
It's not like, hey,
We'll send you back to Texas.
and, well, good luck with that.
My boys are here.
Yeah, but the reality is trying to get through the summer, I think sucks because your peers and teachers are all off, you know, really?
Who's gonna go to, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I have a friend that's a great teacher. She made that joke too. I don't get how that.
Yeah. Yeah, what?
They live the lake, they grow beards.
Maybe, so.
Yeah, you know, and, yes, kind of leadership in education, it's very rewarding. And I love teaching, love it. By the way, if you love teaching as a teacher, that's what you should be. But if you didn't like teaching, you should not be. But I love teaching, and the end of I'm at the zenith of my career, but at the end, I want to be teaching again. So that's actually why I got my doctorate from WSU, because I knew at some point at the end, I want to be teaching like full time. Oh, I love it.
I think it works all the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And honestly, what I would start with is paying everyone.
Right.
love you a lot more than that. So,
We can have that.
but yeah, thank you so much.
Let me see, let me.
Wait. There's a. That's. You must have data.
Right.
Yeah, and then up above, there is a little boat right there. I think you can camp on that one, but they want to come in. But you can. Hear that.
And because it's. Oh, absolutely, I hate it, no, I hate having this thing, because I had to talk stuff out. And so, but I hate.
Do you mind if I pull up our?
You can pull up everything.
It's on our website.
That'd be good.
Okay.
So, yeah. But cool.
You know, again, thank you. That's, you know what, you do, you.
That's some passion.
And
There's some passion.
He's not like I suggested it. I just, oh,
Very said, don't say this out loud.
don't tell anybody. No. So what we're, yes, thank you.
Didn't hear this from me.
Okay, we are mandated reporters. But we also.
So you guys hit it yourself, so that's like.
We would get arrested.
That's how we can meet. One, that's, but.
I would like to say that it's not, superintendent should not be arrested. That's not what happens.
See, I love it.
Right. Don't worry.
But behind closed doors, we're nobody. Anything, yeah, that's why, whenever I was getting. Oh,
You guys are birthdays.
And so.
All I can tell you is that as you are divulging the past experience, my brain is saying to me, brain is a natural.
You know why we didn't have any of those meetings anymore?
Walk away because I think I'm. I'm gonna walk away because my husband's.
I'm done in my truck right now.
Wow.
Why is that money?
Well, so we've got.
So. You know, here's my suggestion too.
Well,
Depending for school.
Yes.
you passed That's
On guard.
yeah. They get it on the weekend. That's one thing.
I was in for me to pay. And was it ready for the actually my first time. I think it was. So. As. Air. Investment. And there. You know, set it up. I met. So. But here, I was at the meeting in.
I can remember
For you. Because I think there's a problem.
Rotarians, if you'll please join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now the four-way test of the things that are due. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Good.
All right, so we are gonna jump right in and get Dr. Mary Templeton up here to talk to us. She will be speaking about corporal punishment. Not. Yeah.
All right, good. That's Brian. All right. Morning, everybody. I said to Brian, okay, the warm-up act, as like, you know, there's the opening day with the main event. He said, yeah, I've got some jokes and stuff like that. I said, don't do that. But then he did that one.
Challenge accepted.
Okay, all right. I thank you for putting me first on the agenda. Appreciate that. I got loading stuff upstairs. All right, so I've got two parts to the presentation. We're gonna do the letter big second. And I'm gonna start with this. Oh, this is my favorite. Okay. And for that, I'm doing $100 is what I'm doing. This is the extension. This is the long version. We run that half a day. I love students. Yes. I love the students. This is such an awesome. We have such great support, and that's because of all of you. We have great teachers, we have great educators, great custodians, we have great leaders in the air, and others who are leading in our city. If together we are better, together we are rising to be the best, and I know that's what the mayor is going for. I want to be in the city council. I want to be the best city in the state of Washington. We're going to be the best school district in the state of Washington, and we're well on our way. I love great students. I know, baby. So every February is the month of love. I can't turn it off. It just is. And so that's why we're doing something every February for the rest of my existence when I'm doing I love great students. So if you'd like to come out and celebrate us, it's not just the school district. One of the school districts does anything by ourselves. I don't think you guys will be about school district. We are great partners. Come out and celebrate. So January 26th from 2 to 5, Jim has all the information. I've got all the information up here. If any of you would like to take a break of you with your business, perhaps, or maybe as the mayor did that last year, so thank you for that. I love Lake Stevens. We're putting that on our social media. We've got 10,000 followers, and so we've got a lot of people that are watching that. But I just wanted to give you a couple. Why is the school district rising to the top? So let me give you a little bit of an overview. Some of you heard from me as we do our happy bucks. So let's just start with kindergarten. They're reading. They're reading. By the end of kindergarten, they have their book in front of them, and they are making their way through the book independently coded. That is something new, and that is something that our taxpayers help pay for, and that's the instruction materials for the science of reading, and it's actually working. So that's what's happening. Our fifth graders are winning cybersecurity state awards. Cybersecurity. I had to look that up probably 3 years ago when cybersecurity, and now I've got a fifth grader in our district who's winning because we have a highly capable program that's working well. Our special education programs. We have parents plan and taking to their students because our special education services are so excellent. That we see each kid provide support and get in there. It's not what everyone wants for all the children to do this. There's not one that says, oh, I don't want my kid to be successful. And every single one, and there's not one teacher, one educator, one superintendent that says, you won't be. No. Every person has to take sure. So then move on to Caballero. We have students winning congressional app awards. That was where, hey, would you be able to code and design an app that helps our society? And our students at Caballero won that award with our congressional delegation. The app that they came up with was how how do I ask questions about legislative bills? Thinking about that, so the civics part of it, how do I ask questions about legislative bills that are currently in session so I can find out what they're about? These are kids who are 14 years old that are figuring this out, but that's in like cities because we're well supported. And then you move on to the high school, I don't want to spend the rest of the time on that, but I know that we have other things to do. Okay, so just yesterday, for teaching with Dr. T, I've got Laura Alford, who is for the second year in a row, the Gatorade State, Washington State Player of the Year. For volleyball, I think might get that once, possibly, but twice. That's because of the support. I have excellent coaches. I have excellent families. We have students that are leaders, and that's because they know. They know. You believe in them with your efforts, with your volunteer efforts. The community believes in them when they say yes to giant bond packages last year. So thank you again to everybody. They know that you believe in them because you said yes 4 years in a row to our tech reps. Going on to on the sports team, it's not typical everybody that you have a 4A state championship every single year. We had football back to back. Like wow, this year this close, that close to having a third one within the 4 years. We'll get it next year. That's stunning. Girls volleyball 4A state championship last year. Girls soccer 4A championship. Place, but it's happening here because people love big students, love big students, and you support us. I want to end with the arts, which is just critical about how we critically think, how we connect, how we appreciate cross difference. It's a critical skill for the future. And I think about the play that we just had, our high school musical, it's sold out. That doesn't happen every place. I tell you that because I then lost other places, but it did here. And it's not that it sold out, and it's not that it was very popular, it's not that it was fabulous, all those things are true. Here's what really was the magic. Almost 100 students were involved professionally in entrepreneurship. And I know that I was a theater major at the University of Oregon. What was going on at the backstage? That was all the kids. I'm the prop manager, I'm the stage manager, I'm the light tech, I'm doing the curtains, I'm running the house, I'm doing concessions, I'm the usher, not to mention all the kids on stage, right? That is the experience. What that richness is for the future. That's what is supported, and that's what makes us excellent. So, all right. So there's my happy thoughts over. You're like, thank God, it went on for a long time. But think about that. This is the place where people want to come to raise their children. And you might not know this, but you know, families that ask us all the time, don't live here. And unfortunately, we say not no, because we have families that are moving into our that are part of our community supporting them. That's how popular we are. Okay, so they're moving into part 2. I want to introduce you're like, thank you for standing up there. This is Chris Martin. Chris Martin is our supervisor of technology. Thank you. That's very great, Chris. And this is Jane Taylor. She is excellent, and she's our communications executive director.
I don't have any fun nicknames, so yeah. My husband's James Taylor. We could do a music theme. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. No. You too. Not me.
The second, I have to ask our local folks to continue to support us with our educational programs, operations, and technology. And the good news around taxation, that would be my third point, that what we're asking for is actually slightly less than what everybody's been paying. So this is a renewal, but it's a slightly less amount. And that's because we have a lot more people who live in Lake Stevens. And it is the paramount duty of the state of Washington. It is the paramount. The most important thing that the state does is to educate the students, to have an educated citizenry who vote, who pay taxes, who have healthy families, who contribute positively, who give back to the community. That is the most important. However, it is true that we are not funded by the state. We'll talk about that in a second. That's an interesting graph for you. And then the third thing is, okay, well, if I just let's get to it, what's it going to cost me? So we'll go through that. Most of our employees, is like 4,700 people who work for the district. Myself included, live in Lake Stevens. And so the question is, what's the cost? cost to that, so that's the beginning. Bonds start with B, they are big, and they were super fun, that's called super majority. So a bond for us is talking about everything, all that growth. You probably know this, but I'm just gonna say, you know, that, state of Washington, most cannot, they cannot get that growth, they cannot get that support, not get that belief, but not get. We are outliers, we're outliers, I'm so grateful. for that. But that was big, it was 60%, and Mayor, this very space said, when it did not pass the first time. Yes, but will you be able to validate? And that was, to challenges that did.
Laura, you spoke back.
Anyway, thank you, that inspired me to present. Thank you, that was so.
Killed it.
Well, we did it together. But anyway, we don't have to validate so many of the same things about crack on this side. Anyways, so there's that. And again, about every 10 years. But this, what we're talking about is a 4-year renewal. Our community has been very supportive. There was just one more Jamie will talk about where we certified like 5 votes. That's stressful. Because when you're keeping a levy does not pass, you get one more chance to ask your community when it does not pass. And then if it doesn't work then, that's called a double fail. And I point, and they're pulling out, some things that have been challenging, but our neighbor Marysville. So think what happens to a community when they double fail. It's very, very hard, for everybody to get through that. The other thing too is that when you're successful in the great schools, property value does go up and you maintain that. There's some lost benefits for all of us. But the state of Washington, the clearing, that was a nice attempt, but it did not have this fund education. So here's what I'm going to show you. Okay, this is the chart, and the state says, okay, we've given you what you need. We believe that you are sufficiently funded when you have. Let's look at the teachers. When you have 476 teachers, now we have over 10,000 students, so 476 teachers. But we have more than 476 teachers. We have 554. That's 78 teachers that the state says you don't need. You don't need. Clean up class size. And we don't have perfect class size. It's pretty darn good regionally, so we're proud of that. 78 teachers across the district. Think about that. We don't need those. Says the state. So both folks are supporting that. The one that I think is most interesting is the paraeducator. A paraeducator, these are folks that are critical to it. They're helping the teacher, helping learn how to read. They're helping intersection education classrooms. They are supporting students with during the lecture. They're supporting students on the playground. They're helping students stay safe as crossing guards. They are on our buses helping students make sure that they have what they need. We can't do the work without them. And the state says for our entire school district, you need 27. We have 157. That's 134 folks in the state station. And I can tell you, as there's a few folks that James knows, we're in school district classrooms all the time. Some of you have more access. There isn't anybody who is not needed, who's not looking up to make sure everything gets there. And the state says you don't need 130. So that's why. So I'm going upstairs in just a second, and we're going to be doing some holistic advocacy to make sure that we got our big message out there. Believe in us. And I know there's lots of things in the state that have it. I know that, and I don't think that there's things that they're not great. They're not. It's the sufficient fund public education, and coming with those dollars comes a thing we need the most. That is the public education in the United States of America. Okay. Then we move into what's it going to cost me. All right, let's break it down, Jamie. That was when you could have done the whole play.
That's all I have.
Yeah.
Mental note.
You have, so the mill rates for 1,000 assessed value has been $1.82. We're taking it down to $1.81. That's a penny. I don't know if that still works because I think we got rid of the penny, but whatever. So it's slightly less. When we did the bond and it didn't pass the first time, we got some critical feedback and we're very open, like, what can we do better? And people said, I can't tell how much it's going to cost me as a taxpayer because you're giving the median price home. My home isn't that price. What is the math behind it? So we said, let's make it simple. And people said, yeah, that works better for me. So we just did some mathematical equations and we said, okay, let's just pretend that your house costs $100,000 I know, I know, you're like, right? Okay, and by the way, if your house,
Math, but
there it is, okay, and there's the scaling math. But remember, if your house did cost $100,000 in Lake Stevens, it would be exactly this size. This is the actual size. So anyway, so that's what we did for the math. It's $181 if your house is worth $100,000. You can do the math on up. The median price right there, 700. That is the median price. Woo, that's just fascinating how we got there. But it is the median price, and that's so it will be about $5 less for that house if this were to pass than they have been paying in the past. The last thing I want to share with you, and this is about growth and why we're able to lower the tax burden, is because we have more people helping. If I was collecting $1,000 a year, which I'm not, what I'm asking for is $26 million for the 4 year, 26, 27, 28, and then 29. That's how much money it costs yearly to buy all the things. Did I mention that the activities and sports, we get zero money for any of the arts and sports. $2.3 million is what we spent on that package to provide those experiences and those state 4A championships. But anyway, if we were collecting $1,000, do the math. There are 4 homes in your neighborhood. That's it. If the 4 of you, you're equally assessed. $250. That's what everybody pays. Well, what if somebody moves in? Does that $1,000 change? Does that $26 million change? No, that's locked in. That's what you vote on. The only thing that changes is your tax burden. So now instead of $250, you're paying $200. And that little house that is there, you know exactly where they are in town. We've got some additional apartment complexes coming in around town, ones we haven't seen yet, but we know about. There's a lot that we can see. Soper Hill is a great example, but there's other things that are helping with that tax burden that weren't here 4 years ago. Think about businesses. Who's helping that wasn't here 4 years ago? Costco, exactly. So all of the properties, think about the senior citizen complex that's up by the Starbucks. That everything is a landmark for Starbucks for me. At Soper Hill. So it's not yet built, but they will be part of this. So they'll be paying their fair share. Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, Panda Express, they're all paying their fair share. And rightfully so, because they are part of our community. And when we are successful, then they're successful. So that's kind of how that works. So that's our tax burden. I'm going to turn over to Chris Martin to tell us about the technology.
All righty. Thank you, Dr. T. It's great to see everybody, some familiar faces, some new faces. It's crazy to think that one of the last times I was here, I was across the hall in that room, and downloading the tech portable, and my father, and actually got another on the way. So,
Here's your customer, Doc.
Hey, you got to calculate.
But I'm really excited to talk about the technology because of how critical it is to supporting the work we do in the department. You saw the chart on personnel, and the state thinks that 5 technicians is enough for a certain entire district, which is pretty wild. So, the technology lab just does a lot for us. But Dr. P mentioned that this is a renewal, so this keeps what we have in place going strong. Some of the things that the technology lab pays for are the devices. So those are the staff devices that our folks use, but it's also the one-to-one Chromebook program that our students use, and that's one of the coolest programs that we have. Going along with the student thing, it pays for our staff, and some of those staff are the 30 Chromebook technicians that are students at the high school, just opening Chromebooks and learning industry skills. And we're working on our program to get HP and C recognized certification. So we're doing some really good things in the department over there. The levy also pays for the tech support that our families rely on. And then some of the behind the scenes systems like our network infrastructure, cybersecurity, safety tools, and other software programs. We are really blessed to have such a supportive community. I mean, Lake Stevens is awesome, we know that, but our first tech levy was in 2010, and we're just so blessed and so fortunate to have that support. And in that first levy, we built out our infrastructure, and then the next levy, we implemented our one-to-one program, and we have been refreshing and updating and upgrading technology ever since. That's also why we were able to shift and support the shift towards distance learning during the COVID pandemic, which was, as you can imagine, a lot of work for the IT department. So, renewing the levy means we get to keep our one-to-one Chromebook program going strong. We get to upgrade classroom technology. We get to train staff on new tools like AI, which is a really hot topic right now. And we get to, one of the most important things, my opinion, is we get to enhance our cybersecurity efforts and keep our student and staff data safe. Just so important. So what's it gonna cost you? If approved, the technology levy will average 17 cents per $1,000 of assessed property value. This is gonna generate $10 million over 4 years. So a property owner with an assessed value of $700,000 will pay approximately $118 annually, down from $135 today. So it's so good to see everybody. If you have any questions about what we're doing in the tech department, let me know. I'm gonna pass on to you.
We're almost done. I recognize so many faces from Chamber, so I know you just heard this on Wednesday. So thank you for bearing with us. I have 2 boys in our district, so this is especially important to me. I have a 6th grader and a 10th grader. My 10th grader plays football, and he's one of the Chromebook technicians. It's been an amazing first job for him, and he's learning so much. So in addition to working here, this is for my parent hat important to me as well. Hopefully you're all registered voters. Even if you don't live in Lake Stevens, there are lots of school-related matters and other things on the ballot. So chances are, no matter where you live, you will be getting a ballot. Around January 23rd is when they'll be mailed. Must be postmarked by February 10th. You don't need a stamp to return it. You can return it via mail or the ballot drop box here down by the boat launch. That's open till 8 p.m. on election night. That's our only ballot drop box in Lake Stevens. We've started conversations with the elections office to try and get one over by Frontier Village area, because a lot of people don't even know where downtown Lake Stevens is if you don't get over here. So it's not super convenient for folks. So we're big enough now that we could really use 2 ballot drop boxes. We are hearing from the post office that if it's close to election day and you haven't returned your ballot, the ballot drop box is the way to go, because they can't guarantee that they can postmark your ballot by the 10th, and it has to be in order for it to count. So if you're close to election day, consider one of those ballot drop boxes. We're always encouraging people to register to vote. In our community, we have about 37,000 registered voters, which is great. For the November election that we just had, the general election, which is always our biggest turnout, only 6,000 people voted. So we're always trying to get people to vote. Yeah.
So, our class, our interest, we double that, we get 12,000, right?
Yeah. So while we don't need to validate for this, no matter if we have something on the ballot or not, we're always trying to remind people to vote. Anytime there's an election, we have a strong campaign through our high school to get our students who are 18 registered to vote. And then there's also a cool future voter program where when they're 17, they can pre-register to vote. And then when they turn 18, they become registered voters. So our teachers work with that, and we're doing a big push there. We're also just trying to educate our new residents. A lot of times there's confusion when people move here. They think their voter registration moves with them, and it doesn't. So we've put that as part of our enrollment packets for students to help get people registered to vote. So we're doing a lot there. We always get asked, well, what can I do? If you can make sure you are aware of these levies and help share the facts. So there's materials on your table. We have a robust website here. It's just our district website /levy. There's probably way more information than you could want or need there, but some people really want that level of detail. So we want to make sure we have that all there. It breaks down all the taxes that Mary spoke about. And then there's some FAQs there. One that we chuckle, but we get it enough that we add it to our FAQs, is what do you do with all the marijuana money you get from the state? Isn't that funding education? We get that question so much. And I think part of it is because you walk out and you smell it from wherever that factory or whatever is. We do get a little bit of money from the state. We're not funded like a Colorado is or something like that. We have a drug and alcohol interventionist, go figure, at our high school, and a tiny portion of his salary is funded through the money that we get from the state for that. But it is certainly nothing to the chart that Mary was speaking about of what we supply versus what we're funded for the state. So we do get some money, not enough to cover what we need. There's easy ways to ask questions. This email address and this phone number come directly to me. I'm happy to answer any questions. So if you hear questions out and about in the community, if you can point people to our website or ask them to reach out to us, that's really the best way. We're happy to talk to anyone. We would rather have them call us and ask questions. There's no dumb questions when it comes to this, because school funding is really confusing. And then just reminding people to vote. That's the biggest thing, no matter what's on the ballot. Is just, it's so easy to vote nowadays. It comes right to you. You don't even have to leave your couch, and just making sure that the voices are heard. Can we answer any questions for you? I know that was a lot of information very quickly. James.
Mary talked about this thing coming up on January.
The rally. So there's 3 locations. There's flyers here and I can hand them out. So there's Pretzel Station, Lundin Park, and then Stouffer Hill at Highway 9. So this is just like Mary said, an annual I Love Lake Stevens School. So we'll have signs and t-shirts and cookies. And it's just something that we kick off the last week of January and it goes through Valentine's Day. So anyone is welcome and encouraged to come.
And if I could just add a little pitch for the chamber and for the businesses. So Gary is and the chamber, and I'm part of the chamber, is kind of working on, I love Lake Stevens, I buy local. So, and we're doing I love Lake Stevens schools. So I'm trying to figure out like how do we mesh those two together so we have complete community support that comes out and just celebrates who we are and what we do together. So we are encouraging our businesses, our community members, of course, all of our school folks, and then all of our champions, which are you and ambassadors for the Goodwill. Come on out, grab a sign, even if you can't be there for the whole time. We had cookies and we had t-shirts last year. I'm trying to get little goats and t-shirts to come out, but I don't know if I would say I love Lake Stevens, but we'll see if I can get them because who loves Lake Stevens schools?
Kids do.
Thank you. I made that one up. Okay, any other questions? All right, thank you, everybody. Oh, and our on-time graduation rate, I have to say that one, we had sent it about 89, 89 was, it's 93.6. It just got published from around here. So, we are rising on all levels. Okay, that's all I got. I'm gonna move on out, come upstairs, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.
First game, but she has another meeting.
Yeah, when I moved here, I found out that some of the sales, the money from the sales of marijuana went to the schools, so I actually started smoking pot. School, which is what I tend to do. I try to import as much as I can.
So you can stop now?
No, I moved on to bigger and better. I just moved on to bigger and better.
Just on the excise tax.
What's interesting though is the man talks about crack, and I'm thinking about corporal punishment. Which do you think? I'm leaning towards corporal punishment, but
Right, just so you know, on the excise tax portion of cannabis, the state collects $500 million. They hand that at $20 million. The rest of that goes into the nebulous general fund. So when you voted for cannabis to fund schools, that slowly has creeped into funding who knows what. I have a bill this year that is asking to up it to 100. Watch the whole night.
well, it's a good thing Steve Hobbs isn't here too. He'd probably give him a talking to. Okay, so the number 1 song, January 16th, 1998. Anybody want to guess? I don't even know this song. Surely, Madly, Deeply by Savage Garden. I don't even remember that song. Horrible. Must not have been good. It's horrible. What about the number 1 movie? January 16th, 1998. Titanic. Come on. Titanic. Oh, you did say it? Winner, chicken dinner. I just realized today is my brother's birthday. I need to remember to call him. I'm gonna set myself an alarm because otherwise I won't. You want me to call him now? Probably not a good idea. Okay, so let's go to. Hold on, I will forget otherwise. All right. Okay, so birthdays. Let's see. Jim Steinberg's birthday is coming up on the 17th, which is tomorrow. So everybody go to his house first thing in the morning, bring breakfast and sing happy birthday. Well, we had it at 9. An hour earlier just to get there. Let's see, we've got Let's see. Oh yeah, no anniversaries, but the Rotary anniversaries, Angie Heim. She's been a member for 9 years as of the 17th. So, and let's see what else we have. Do you want to talk about the bingo that you saw? Real quick.
Monday is Martin Luther King Day. Martin Luther King talked a lot about social justice. So, and I don't think through my life that really is just community coming together. So what Rotary has planned is to go out to Ashley Point, Center on the Monday, and they play bingo from 1:30 to 2:30. So we thought we could get seniors where they are and show up, have a little bit of community with them. So place their bingo, instead of sweet treat, and then maybe an opportunity to know them better and to follow up some care packages. That kind of like that's a follow-up we will consider. So Brian did send out an email if people wanted to sign up. There were 5 spots, so they can definitely handle more. I do need to RSVP to them. I want to give them a soft number today and then another number on Monday. I'll be there with my family and some, including our teenagers. So it'll be a fun intergenerational experience. So let me know who is interested in to sign up in the next couple of days. Additionally, chief, having to give
Sure.
Sure. Wanted me to share about the Special Olympic Polar Plunge. I don't know if anyone loves to jog in cold water as much as me. But there's a huge fundraiser going on. It's happening for all of the past 6 years, I think. And so it continues. So on February 22nd, to be a great day to show up again in your Rotary gear for Special Olympics for police. So in the past, you could sign up the day of, and I think you still can. They do want you to register. You can participate by jumping in, you can just cheer on people, or you can just share your money stuff. Those are the two.
And the fire department will be there with your kids. The funds that are raised that they go to the Special Olympics.
And then if I remember to check out the website called JustServe, which is your one-stop shop for all volunteer opportunities.
And put your opportunities on.
Yeah.
I know you get Utah and every other state.
Pardon?
I get Utah and every other state on JustServe. I can't get like.
Yeah, and I've been to the coast.
I have tried, and it's worked so far. We'll keep trying. Yeah.
My idea of a polar plunge is turning my hot tub down to 85 degrees and jumping in it. So I will not be partaking in anything with the temperature below. Thank you very much. And as far as the club runner, you gotta love club runner. If anybody ever messes with this program, it is the worst one in the world. So if you ever go on club, you get the email to sign up, and for some reason it's full, or email me, or whoever sent out the email, because I set up the thing, I put in 5 signups, because no offense, we'll be doing good, and we need more. Problem is, I don't know how to go in and edit it, because I can't figure it out, because the new club runner's horrible. So if you ever are like, man, I can't get in, just email, say you're gonna be there, and we'll just add your name.
How many more do you want?
20.
Everyone is welcome, right?
Yep.
You are.
Yeah. So if you ever see something full, just either show up or just email, because
On Monday.
there could be an issue. 1:30.
Action. Foreign Service Club.
And all, yep, you're right. All of this is part-time.
It'll be fun. And there'll be people older than us there.
It might be my age.
I don't know, maybe. Oh, before we do reports, let's go ahead and take care of Olga's.
Yes.
Come on now. So, as you know, the process was lengthy and difficult, but your packet, and so Gary gives a test on this. So I'm sorry, you have to read this whole book over the weekend. So there's a book in there. You got your name tag. It's so exciting. I know this is what you've waited for your entire life. So
Ryan's been doing.
yeah. Enjoy. All right,
Ryan's
Ryan.
been against the tech,
He was dressed.
I'm
I'm not wearing a tank top. Come on.
I
I need to get my hair cut.
I was saying that I'm honored to go alongside with you guys and put service above stuff. So thank you so much for taking it.
Okay, we're doing it today. All right, let's do reports. Lori?
All right, so, again, thank you everybody who's been paying your dues. That's been working out great, that you can, Venmo, you can write me a check, you can even get cash and credit
card, there's a link that I sent out to everybody, so if you did not get the email and you need help, let me know. And it's important to pay those dues because then we turn around and we pay dues to, International Rotary. So I've got a bill for about $2,500 to pay. Luckily, we had enough dues come in, so that's great. We also got, excuse me, a nice thank you note for Volunteers America for the donations we made them at the end of last year, for cold weather clothing. So, thank you everybody who's been supporting our local activities.
Awesome.
It for me.
All right, Gary.
Next board meeting is Wednesday, February 11th. Hope you can all make it. Today there are a couple events that are involving, Rotary members. At 10 o'clock, we're going to be at the Lake Stevens Community for a ribbon cutting ceremony. Follow that at 11 o'clock at Global Credit Union with another ribbon cutting. And remember, both are members of our organization. So come on out and help support both of those companies as they have their ribbon cutting. Thank you. Oh, we got a thank you note from the Friends of the Library. $2,000 contribution from our club.
All right, Eileen.
We have an after hours fireside at Dwellers Drinkery next Wednesday, starting at 4:30. I might be a little bit tardy, but I know you said you'd be there. So if you want to come and stay for a while, have some great food. Alex, for those of you who don't know, Alex is also a Rotarian. Who's one of the owners. Great food, great beverages, either alcohol or non-alcoholic. You know, stop by for a few minutes or come and hang out. If anybody knows of anybody who needs a pick-me-up card, a get-well card, please let me know and I will get that taken care of right away. And that's really all. Oh, and then I am meeting with Raquel later today to talk a little bit more about Forks and Cakes, but we do have the venue. The date is September 18th. Oh, and then can I put a plug in for Sherwood too? So Sherwood, our annual gala is coming up May 9th, so please put that on your calendar. And then we're also doing a new event in March 14th. That is a fundraising brunch at the Lake Stevens Food Bank. Big thanks to Anthony for allowing us to use the space. It's a free event with an ask, and Heidi's Sandwich Board is going to be catering it. So there will be biscuits and gravy with gluten biscuits and gluten-free biscuits for those who have gluten allergies. And it's from 11 to 1. You just come, hang out, get a nice breakfast, and if you feel like supporting Sherwood, that would be great. So this club's been amazing, so we truly appreciate your support. Thank you. March 14th. Yes, and I will have postcards next week. I apologize. Left them out.
All right. How about foundation?
So, I'll give up for another later. I gotta be able to get that, but our goal is at least $25 for every member of our club. So, it's really easy. Get your $100 in, pay an extra $50, and you pay somebody. Very easy, right? And I just read a story about a man in India who, at one point, his parents died and he had to live on his own. He got down to $2 US dollars in his bank account. He turned to a life of crime and all that. At some point, he found a Rotary Games life, and he just committed this month to donate $50 million to Rotary Foundation. Amazing. That's a major contribution, even for Rotary. Amazing. So, I think our club could come up with 50 million. There's 27 of us.
Yeah. Let me know when that happens.
All right.
Probably have to turn into a life of crime too. May not be the best.
maintenance guys around schools, trying to get the electrical fixed, different schools, and plumbing and toilets and all this stuff. So it's going really well. It's a really well-oiled machine. I'm pretty impressed about the whole club and how they do that. And they're still looking for a few people that do Adopt a Dream, which is people in this room can donate $220 a year for 3-year commitment to educate, people in high school and things like that. So maybe I'll get some flyers here soon and we can pass those out a little bit more in depth on what Adopt a Dream is. So also pretty good as a contingency going down in February, kind of assess more things and put more money up. It's amazing how much money flows through there. I mean, their budget's like $350,000. They're well-oiled machine and pretty surely good. So that's all I got.
All right. James, you want to do our happy bugs and drawing?
Then 8, 9, 5. Whoa. And not mine.
Hey, wasn't that supposed to be my thing?
You
Remember?
Yeah, you were gonna cut, and then you decided against it. Loser duck stays out.
Maybe.
Oh, wow.
Mr. President, good morning, sir.
Yeah.
You happy? Today's Friday, my sons, buried a dump trailer, so today they're out there learning how to get it out, but all they had to do was call me, and I would've gotten it out yesterday. But no, they chose to just dig themselves a deep hole. You can't even see the axles of this dump trailer, and it's, yeah, so anyway. So I'm happy to say that literally last night, both of them covered in mud, came to me and said, what?
It's a cloud. And
Jesus himself came down and he's like this. You did it.
Well, you reported that.
Nothing better than a 25-year-old and a 23-year-old. Good morning, Don. Don Iverson.
I'm coming. There we go. Hey, yeah. Well, I've been listening. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy to report that we are gathering all of our information on monies available and donated to date for our upcoming scholarships. And right now we're at $23,700. And that does not include an actual donation from our club yet, just from members and other individuals within the community. So I'm very happy about that, but let's keep going. There's got to be more out there, right?
Yep. We'll keep looking. All right. Thank you, Don. Welcome back on this.
Thank you. I have a happy 5. I am happy it's Friday, and I love looking at it.
There we go.
Good morning. I am happy because last month has been incredibly busy and I'm happy to be back in my normal routine.
There we go. Good.
Yes. Well, I'm happy it's Friday.
December 22nd, I was made a grand. My wife and I were made grandparents again for the 8th time. Her name is Lucy. And she's doing well, mom's doing well, so great.
About that.
Granddad's not doing well. No. he isn't.
Well, I'm happy because I learned that this week the sun sets after 5 p.m. in the afternoon. So we've turned the corner. I'm also happy I'm headed to Vermont this next week or to go see my grandsons play basketball.
Where in Vermont?
Manchester.
Debbie?
I'm happy to be back. It's been a while. I got injured with my hip in July. I was difficult to sit through meetings, but now I can. So good to be here and good to happen. And thanks. And then I've got to slip out. I'm meeting a technician at my house who's doing some work there. So they texted me and I'm like, that's really good to see you.
Good morning. Morning. Happy. My brother just found out he's top of his law school class right now. So if you're gonna have a lawyer in the family, might as well have one. A couple of years, we'll have legal immunity kind of. I'm pretty happy. And I'm also happy to see you guys in the New Year's. That's been busy, been flying a lot, and finally able to come back. So love being back.
Wow, I'm happy, mostly that it's Friday and I don't have to get in this opposite traffic drive to Seattle again today. Good.
Just kind of rough.
Brutal, it's been 3 hours every day in the car, yeah, it's.
No.
I have to send a bus to the central.
Teacher.
I know. It's been brutal, we have a Bucky Bucks in town, so, you know, like to get out there every day.
Go back. Excellent. Very good.
My number 2 granddaughter played soccer for Seattle Prep. And in 2010 and 2011, they won the state championship. On Monday, she was informed that her whole team from 2010 and 2011 are going to be inducted into the Seattle Prep Hall of Fame on March 12th. So I get, and her husband is involved in a wedding, so he can't come, but I get to have my granddaughter out, and I get to have my her mom and dad out as well. So it'll be fun week. Excited.
Good morning.
Good morning. Just a huge party.
Can you say something in Hawaii? Say something in Hawaii.
Aloha. That means good morning, everybody.
Yeah, right.
Everybody.
Well, I'm glad it's Friday. Friday's always a fun day, kind of relax, sit back. It's nice to be around such a positive week for how we get to
Something I got this book from my son who was in the Phoenix Police Academy called yesterday. Decided to issue their speech pistol.
Yeah.
Did they give him? Oh, no, I said, do you need bullets? No, not yet. I said, get a long discussion about first, pistol I was, issue. He asked for his revolver. I said, don't just. Okay. Discussion of firearm, picked out, and straight stuff.
What kind of pistol?
I get it.
He get many blocks.
Better than six.
Happy Friday, it's gonna be tomorrow. But we're already gonna be doing. Yeah. What level? Well.
Yeah, it should be a good one. I didn't have to pay math from full out. So,
Thanks.
Next week's are $1,000 a pop. Minimum $1,000.
I am very happy, my sister. So I think like her now, and, I'm happy, very down, gonna be joining soon. And you won't be the rookie.
I hope that no one has given my son a gun.
Yeah, we can.
Thank you. Got so many positive, good, full years, things, but I'm happy to be living this life and learning from you all.
President, did you say it was somebody's birthday tomorrow?
Jim.
Yeah.
Oh. Happy birthday. Unless you want to buy it, I'll buy it. Yeah, it's only $2.50.
Nope.
All right. Century. Wow, that's 75. Tomorrow I get to go watch my basketball, and then we're gonna go to my daughter's house for get together and watch the Seahawks beat the Bears. And the other part that happened, announcement that some of you know that our youngest daughter Alicia lost her husband about 3 years ago. It was the most horrible thing I've ever been through. She met a guy in March, this last March, and they are now engaged. He's the deputy chief fire guy down in South Carolina. He asked me to firefighter. Son-in-law. So they're getting married in July. And we're really excited. What I'm really excited about is to see her.
That is such wonderful news.
And that's a couple of kids. And he is one. Who's really great. So anyway, we're really excited about that. He has a daughter, unfortunately, she goes to Washington State. Full ride scholarship to Boston. And then he has a son who's a sophomore at Conrays, which is great. Yeah. Classes. So, yeah, he's the same age as all of his. And the kids, all the grandkids just absolutely, just a listen. So out of tragedies like that,
Yeah, I'm happy to be part of the group, so it's great that part of our group, 20 posters. And now let's hear more.
So, Cole Hawk. And so she's a 49er fan. Yeah. So by texting back and forth. And you know, you keep a 49er out of your front yard. Put up a goalpost.
All right, so like Tony said, he's gonna get his application in. He's ready. He understands the $1,000 application fee, so that's good. He accepted it, so we're good there. Yeah, it's paid. Well, half to me because. Well, that's what I said. Make it happen. But does anybody have anything greater good?
10 o'clock and 11 o'clock.
10 o'clock and 11 o'clock.
Today.
Here, and then we're gonna caravan over there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Ali.
We're
We're gonna come here and then caravan, James. We're not gonna ride the bus and don't screw up our order of things. We're all going together. All right, go ahead. Ali.
Today's quote is, in a world that focuses on the climb, gratitude is the pause that cherishes the view. Right?
All right, so pause and be grateful.
What? Oh. I'm like, that was random, but yeah, what do I know? You want me to send them ahead of time?
Yeah.
I can do that.
Just half. Yeah. And I mean. Throw that.
Yeah. Definitely not. You have a second?
Yeah. Right now. Bit of an issue. So, revamp something in the last. Now I have to do right now. You had a new. Then I gotta pick it up. Yeah.
If I make that one, you can tell me.
I now have to. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
Gary. See, we're not recording.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be great.
Well, I need to put about 10.
No, just get it zero.
I know, I thought a lot. I know that's not your case, but.
Yeah. It's all done. Yeah, anytime. Would be my pleasure. I'm so glad. Oh, yeah. Really, I can't. There's so much going on. Nothing was considered all before. Nice day. I'm going to Bellevue. So bad.
Well, if I could stay so fun, in March, and that's the minor.
Yeah, I got one day it got me off. Working over 15. That's all I need. Oh. Weren't the open- Okay, 27. Very fun. We're at the top hall. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know. We're over. We are over. I'll do front. Okay. Probably gonna be June. We have, how long should we talk? Oh, that's a lot of questions to ask.
Okay.
No problem. You tell me. Yeah, I'll look at our schedule and double check it. And then, yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. Half hour, you know.
Especially right now.
See people being able to somehow trick the phone. Where it showed up. I had one, and I just canceled it. Yeah. And then I had one from the Washington State. And I owed money. I would have to. And one was like, if I didn't pay by like 2 days. Just. That's. I did get a legitimate. Man. Roll through the. And it was, no payment. They were just ordering me, but I had to sign and let them. So I signed it on, secretary. And we left on December 20th. In my mail, when I got back on the 29th, on the 30th, was, the letter was returned. I took their return address and their envelope, sent it. So I thought, oh, shit, what do I do now? Because they said by December 18th. So I called and got their hotline, got a lady. Said, here's the deal. I said, and she said, what's it say in the envelope? And I read it to her. What's the date of it? I read it to her. And she said, and what's the date that you sent it? Read that to her. And she said, let me talk to a supervisor and they may call you and they may not. I haven't heard from her.
Morning, I saw.
Yeah.
I fed up. I'm thinking about more of a party at the old cooking sleeper is, not at the light, but down below. Taking less than on both but faster. We had a warning, like, because you're warning that you were cleaning.
I got a citation on the door. The guy in front of me, going 15 miles an hour. Make the left. If he had gone the regular speed, I would clear by the time he came out. And he just drives around. He's got his phone out, drives. So I just laid on. Gave me the finger. I laid on the corner. And I laid on it for about a total of about a hour. Yeah, well, yeah. All right, I had to go. Yeah. I have to move over there. Right? Okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I'm going back to.